Hey, what's going on? Greetings and welcome back to another explorative episode of the Vodkast. I'm your host, as always, Geycen Oliveira. This is my channel, and today was normally reserved. Wednesdays are normally reserved for Dungeons & Dragons, but I'm working on some larger projects at the moment for Dungeons & Dragons, so that is taking a back seat this week. However, I invite you to stay and listen and learn, because being a Dungeon Master isn't just about, D&D. You're a person, and you take parts of your life and bring them into D&D, so who knows, you might learn something, or you might find that you really enjoy the channel. But either way, I hope you do stick around, because I think it's going to be a fun episode. Sometimes I'm led, whether it be by the spirit, by the gods, or whatever it is, to come to this table and sit and talk to you guys. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the dude calling out to me through the stratosphere. He's saying, hey man, you got to get in front of those cameras. The people need to hear you talk. So here I am. What I want to start with today is I want to give you a preview of some upcoming things that are going to be on the channel. This thing has been sitting in the corner of my room, banana bread Pop-Tarts, for the longest time. This excites me. You guys know that banana is one of my favorite artificial flavors and real flavors too. I love bananas. I keep bananas on hand at all times, but they got to be really ripe. I don't like them green at all. I want them a little bit of that sweetness in there, and that's why I love banana bread and banana milk. Banana milk is banana milk is the best milk in the world. Go ahead, prove me wrong. Let me know in the comments what the best milk in the world is. I mean, I like all kinds of milks. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that any other milk is shit. I'm just saying that banana milk trumps all, you know what I'm trying to say. Anyway, also, oh boy, here we go. I can't show you the front of the package because I don't care if you see my address, but I don't want you to see my friend Jess or General Tidbits. If you haven't checked out her channel, you can check it out here. That's Cryptid Bits with General Tidbits. I have been known to pop on there from time to time, do a little co-hosting, maybe just as a guest or whatever, but I always love going on there, and if you're into cryptids, you should definitely check out her channel. She has sent me another hot, spicy package. I know the contents of said package. I'm really excited to look inside this package because they were delivered on like a 100-degree day and they were melted to shit. So I stuck them in the refrigerator and of course they thickened up, but there's still a very, 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 very weird consistency about them. And I'm not sure exactly what they're going to look like when they come out. I'm not going to tell you what these are. I know what they are, but Jess and I will be doing another Vodcast and Friends episode where we probably just chit chat or whatever and eat some hot stuff. Sometimes it's just about the hot stuff. And speaking of the hot stuff, we got a lot of hot stuff coming up. No, it's not the Mad Dog Plutonium number 9, which I will get around to. I do have it in my possession. I've actually taken it out. It's on the shelf right behind me over there. It reminds me every time I come in the room that my good friend Rick Brady sent me one of the coolest, gifts I could imagine. It's the hottest thing on the planet. I can't imagine that, there's a lot of things out there, the gummy bears, there's the one chip challenge, there's all these different things that claim to be, oh, I'm the hottest, I'm hot. Not that those do. Well, the gummy bear does. But hi, I'm Geycen from the future. By the time I got to the end of this video, I meant to do something earlier on, and it was to thank all 604 subscribers. The numbers keep growing, and we have jumped from 500 to 600 so quickly that I just have so much hope. I guess that's the best way of saying it. So I just appreciate you guys being here. I know this is a little bit of a different video you're about to watch, but I'm going to jump back to the future now. So here's the past me or something like that. This is, as far as I can tell, the hottest thing that you can buy on a consumer grade. It's an extract. It's 8 or 9 million Scoville, and I'm terrified to try it. So I'm going to make a chili at some point and dump a significant quantity into it, and then we'll eat the chili, because that is not something that I don't think I could just eat straight. However, there is something that's going to be straight up pretty soon. Yes, it's the Hot Ones, the Last Dab, the Experience. It's their newest, it's their hottest sauce. Super excited to try it. If you want to go back here, my friends and I did a spoonful of the Last Dab Apollo, and it was hell on earth. I've never experienced anything like that. Through all the things I've eaten, the world's hottest gummy, all these chocolates that I've eaten. If you want to check out the playlist, there's a whole hot playlist here. of all the things. And that's a funny thing is normally I don't go out of my way to find hot things. It's usually people sending me hot things to try. Unfortunately, a lot of them are just like a little jab sometimes when you get a pickle. I hate pickles. I absolutely loathe, I detest, I don't like the texture of them. I don't like the flavor of them. Relish is fine. Sweet relish, I love sweet relish. But just pickles are gross. I just don't like them. They're not gross. If you like them, then you like them. You know, people can like different things. I'm not saying you're gross. I just don't think that pickles are for me. And to add to the whole Hot Ones theme, what we are going to do is something really, really, really special. Not only is this a Hot Ones collaboration with a vodka company, it's a Hot Ones collaboration with my favorite vodka company. New Amsterdam Vodka. If you're drinking any other kind of vodka, you're just a jerk. This is amazing. Like, I never thought in my wildest dreams that Hot Ones would collaborate not with any vodka company, but specifically my favorite vodka company. So we're gonna try a shot of this. We are going to create a White Russian. We're gonna name it on that episode, some kind of a spicy Russian. We'll figure it out at the time, and we're gonna try this on a tortilla chip, and we're gonna see how hot this really is. See if it compares to the Apollo sauce or not. Which I can't remember how hot that was. I think I've blotted out that part of my history. It's just gone. I'm just getting old. I can't remember anything these days. Let's take a few moments to talk about D&D, because this is normally a Wednesday D&D episode. So this is the first real legit Road to 50 episode I think I've done, because normally, on the Road to 40, if you want to check out the Road to 40, that's old now at this point. That was done almost 10 years ago. I would have been filming. I would have been sitting right here 10 years ago, most likely, either editing or filming something. So what the fuck was I just talking about? D&D Road. Yeah, the Road to 40 was something that was very different. It was basically me just being autobiographical, and I always compare it to like a diary or something that a family member can find later on, like photographs or video. Now you've got the whole package. I think this is a great platform, and a lot of people are missing the opportunity. Maybe they aren't. Maybe they're just not sharing it publicly like I am, where you can actually, reach out to your great-grandchildren or whatever and be like, hey, when I was alive, this, that, and the other. It's an amazing tool, a wonderful thing. D&D. I drew this. I'm not going to pick it up and try to show it to the camera because that's just dumb. It's not going to look good. So at this point, I've scanned it in. And Jay, can you go ahead and put it on the screen? There you go. Yeah, just like that right there. So this is Shamar. This is the northeastern part of my continent of Athalia, the world of Dungeons and Dragons that I created for my players. So that I just felt like when I originally started playing D&D, I played on Kryn, which is the Dragonlance world. And over time, I felt like I was held back by the constraints of that world, and I kind of wanted to break out of it. And I didn't want to break their rules because Kryn and Dragonlance is so perfect in and of themselves that, like, why would I do that? So I thought, well, let's make my own world. And that's how Athalia was first born, was out of my first few games of D&D. Maybe a few months in, I realized, no. I need something real personal, something real special here. And I haven't hand-drawn a map in probably, 20 years. Like, no. Probably like 15 years maybe. And nothing to this degree or this scale or anything like that. When I finished making that map, I felt like when I looked at it, I was like, that's cool. That's when I look at maps that people have drawn and I want to know locations. I like it to look like that. And so I was really happy with the way it came out. And I think I might go ahead and expand off of that and just finish off that whole continent. It might take a little while, but if I could have a map of this quality, I'm really patting myself on the back here. I know. If you guys hate the map, let me know in the comments below. But I think it's a good map. And it's a barren wasteland that there's not much in, so there's not a lot of locations. The next maps I might have to zoom in a little bit more because there is a lot more going on in the rest of the world compared to this one. So that might just be a pipe dream because this took me like 2 days on and off of between things and sitting down or checking my email and drawing to actually come here. And so that's I really dig that map. I hope you dig it too. If you want to use it, you're more than welcome to. I hope beyond all hope to have a brand new episode of the Vodkast Does Dungeons and Dragons up on next Wednesday. And for those of you who stuck around and listened through my ramblings and my craziness, I really appreciate it because this is the stuff I like to do the most. This is the least amount of edits. I feel like there's an edit right there, but I feel like you're going to think I'm crazy, but I feel like I'm just doing what I'm supposed to be doing. I don't know. And that leads me to my next point. is we just reached 600 subscribers, and we went from 500 to 600 faster than we've ever done the rest, which excites and thrills me. And the numbers are still climbing. So I want to welcome everyone to the channel who, you know what? Wow, I just time traveled. That's fucking nuts. You didn't think you were going to see time traveling on the Vodkast today, did you? Well, we did. We went back in time. We went back to we went back to the past. Yeah, we went back to the past and then came forward to the current, which would be the future from the time which I left. So that's a real mind boggler. Talk about D&D things and time travel. I'm going to spoil a little something. That's all I'm going to say there for my players that might be watching. But time travel is a fun thing, but you better keep track of shit because it's easy to lose track of shit real quick. I don't know how we got back to D&D when this wasn't supposed to be a D&D video, but those of you who did stick around and watch the D&D stuff, you're awesome too. You're all awesome, and I appreciate all of you, and I'm glad you're here today. All 604 of you. The numbers, like I said earlier on, just keep growing, and it fills me with such hope, and I believe that one day very soon, I don't want to jinx myself. Okay. Thank you guys for stopping by and checking out this episode of the Vodkast. I really hope you enjoyed watching it. No, you didn't make it. Well, we made it together, I guess. Let's say we made it together. I really hope you enjoyed watching it because I loved making it. If you guys are loving the content that I'm creating as much as I love creating the content that you guys are watching, would you please consider liking, commenting, subscribing? I almost flipped you off there. Sorry about that. What's the other one there? Oh, yeah, and hit that little bell icon because it'll let you know every time I put out a new video. Don't forget to make somebody smile today and make yourself a better person tomorrow than you were tomorrow. Let's make the world spin a little bit happier and a little bit more vodcastier. Together, let's sing and dance in the sun and in the rain as one, my brothers and sisters. Live life to the fullest and love every moment of it, because you just never know when that last moment's going to come for you. However, never live in fear of that moment. Always live in love and never let your inner child die. Ooh, bae. Take care of yourselves, take care of one another, and take care of those around you who cannot take care of themselves, for they are the ones that need it the most. And if no one has told you today that they love you, the Vodkast loves you very much, just the way you are. All right, guys, do no harm. I'm Geycen Oliver. This is the Vodkast, and I'll catch you guys a little bit further on down the road to 50. Take care, my friends, and happy adventuring.
Don't go to sleep with a catch it in your pocket.